What's Toyota Mark 5 Super, the A90 Super on line 2, JZ, 1,000 horsepower, comes off the line, looking confident this weekend as he fires through the gears. Flicks that car to angle. Więcek on the throttle nice and early. Right to the edge of the circuit now as he fires through. Look at that transition, beautiful. Car 90 degrees to the curb and 90 degrees to the curb once again as Więcek is going for it. Absolutely dialed into the zone is the Polishman as he puts it right where it needs to be, on the wall nice and early. This is incredible for Więcek. A little upset though, has to dial some angle out, that carbon fibre bouncing off the wall.
You know he wants the spot. He wants the top spot.
Yeah, I was wondering what he was doing in the car. He looked like he was focused. Comes off the line, through the gears. It looked like he was almost going to shut it down there. Flicks it to angle now, gets himself into that zone. A little understeer there, but he keeps a hold of it now. Finds that curve, fires through, looks through this outside zone, works it right to the edge of the circuit. Going for a big run here as he puts that back bumper on there, 90 degrees to the outside zone, into that last outside zone now. Flexed to carbon last time, and it was too much for the judges. This time, keeps it calm, just tickles the bumper off the wall and across the line.
Oh, man. That, I didn't think those cars could drive with that much angle. Like, the other drivers go out. Does he dial it back a touch and hope, you know, not going crazy gets him into the top 16?
Well, there we go. This is the question now that the drivers will be asking the spotters: how hard do we push? Where do we go? What do we do? We're going to find out right now as they come off the line. It's going to be Peter to lead out Vasiliauskas as they fire in. Vasiliauskas caught out a little bit by the initiation of Więcek there as he fires through, gets up onto that curve, and you can see Vasiliauskas a little wobbling, a little wavering, but now starts to dial in the quick, goes for the smoke. Big transition from Więcek as he puts that car right to the edge of the circuit, back into that last outside zone. Look at this from Więcek on the wall, no messing around, opens the door for Vasiliauskas, and this is probably the fastest run of the weekend. What happens? Vasiliauskas now to lead out Więcek as they come off the line and through the gears. Down they go. That beautiful carbon Kevlar G87 slams through the gears as Więcek fires in behind him and get on throttle nice and early. But Vasiliauskas out of the outside zone, a big understeer, has to get himself back into it, flicks the car to angle. Więcek now starts to hold back a little bit, doesn't want to get too close. Unpredictable. It's Vasiliauskas as that car pops a wheel off the tarmac, and Więcek can't seem to chase him because it's unpredictable from the Lithuanian out front. He now falls into formation across the line.
Vasiliauskas, not the lead run he was really looking for on that, and that's the outside. But when he's in that car, he is locked in and ready for business.
Yeah, certainly another driver that's ready for business. Well, here we go. They get the green light to go. They're through the gears, down on to initiation as Więcek fires that in, as Więcek fires it right where it needs to be. And look at this, so from Kevin Purcell all over the door, goes for an early transition, almost makes a massive mistake, tries not to lose it too much ground as Więcek fires it back across the circuit again into that outside zone. He's got such a beautiful lead line all weekend. Into the wall he goes, and look at this from Kevin Purcell, finding the door, finding the side of that A90 Super as they bring it across the line.
Both these drivers have stepped up once again. I mean, for Piotr, not the perfection that we saw previously.
The green one will flicker, and it'll be Kevin Purcell to lead out Piotr Więcek as they come off the line through the gears. Down they come to initiation as Purcell fires it in the Estonian right to the edge of the circuit. But look at this, Więcek right on the door, no messing around as the Polishman bumps again back on the front wheel. Absolutely phenomenal. They both go wide. Więcek goes deep, but he holds on to it, and it allows Kevin Purcell to start to drive away as Purcell now looks for that final outside zone. He's into it. Więcek into the wall. He can't seem to get the pace as he looks for the Estonian across the line.
Wow, very interested to see how he plays this and how tight he can keep that chase and how much the pace he can push on the Polish driver.
Well, he's keeping the Finnish fans' hopes alive this weekend as they come off the line and through the gears. It goes Piotr Więcek as he leads them in and fires in that Super. And look at that from Jarkko Jula down on the inside, looking for the front wheel of that Super as they fire back the other way. Look at this from Jula, straight down on the inside, not letting Więcek get away too quick. They fire through the middle of the circuit, right to the edge of the outside zone, back across again. Więcek on that perfect lead line as he puts the back end of that Super to the wall, but Jarkko Jula can't be shaken.
Probably knows that there's still room and that Piotr can get that chase, but it doesn't matter what I think or what you think. Here's the action.
Here it certainly is, off the line, ready to rock and roll. The Finnish driver fires in that JZX 100, but he's down on the inside and it forces Więcek onto the inside of the circuit, but he deals with it. The Polishman absolutely cool, calm and collected and aggressive and keen for it, and he is going to go 100%, but look at the lead line from Jarkko Jula now as he starts to clean it up. Big angle as he throws that JZX to the wall. Piotr Więcek gets onto the door, pushes the Finishman across the line.
The way Jarkko Jula
excited, he's happy, but he knows Peter, he knows he's a steely competitor, and he knows he has to push 110%. The Shanahan's got the flair, the style. He comes off the line to chase down the Polish champion, the man that everyone wanted to hunt down for many, many years, the former King of Riga as they fire in. Shanahan goes to the door, Więcek, and they mirror the angle, and look at this, door to door on the transition. Więcek goes for that nice wide line as he puts that car right where it needs to be. Shanahan through the smoke as Więcek pushes the car right to the edge of the circuit, back on the transition, into the outside zone as Więcek puts the bumper to the wall. Shanahan goes for wheel of door across the line.
Piotr just looks absolutely unstoppable.
But wait for the green light to go. Shanahan comes off the line and through the gears, and Więcek's not going to let him get away. He would have been on the radio to the spots saying, I need to be on the door, you need to be all over it. A big initiation from Shanahan, but he's going to fall out of the outside zone. Back into it once again as he fires through. There's no shaking the Polishman though. Look at this, he's up on the inside, he's tucked onto the door as he punches through the smoke. Through, mirrors the angle, mirrors the line. Wow, Więcek is on an absolute fire right now as he goes for the side of Shanahan's GT86, knows it's a super closer than before, and across the line.
Oh my gosh, I
have no nitrous purges, he's ready for action. He slams the car into gear. We get the green light. This is it, the final of Drift Masters 2025 at Riga. It's time for action. They fire through the gears, and look at this, on the bumper goes James Dean. A nice initiation from Piotr Więcek as they go wheel to wheel across the circuit. No messing around. Dean down on the inside as Więcek leads them very, very wide up the curve. As you can hear the V8 scream alongside the two JZ, they fire back once again. A small check up there from Dean as they get into this final outside zone. Więcek on the walk. Dean goes for the door across the line.
This is what it looks like when two legends of the sport give everything and lay it all out on track.
He walks out of view, and we are ready to go for the final run of round 5 through the gears down as Więcek now hunts down the Mustang. Dean, early initiation, flicks it right to the edge of the circuit. They're side by side as they come through that first outside zone. Dean almost pushing everything to the limit, but look at Więcek. He's almost touching the whole way round. He punches through the smoke as they go wide. They transition back, and Więcek's with him. He's on the front wheel. Więcek is a man possessed. He cannot be shaken as they back wheels across the line.
What have we just witnessed here? This is everything they put into this coming into